All right, what's up, guys? Now, here's the thing. I'm open to playing Sea Power again, but that's the one thing that I don't like about when I have something negative to say about my experience with the game. I would say overall, Sea Power, it can be a decent game. It's just that they have it set up in a way where you're going to have to watch YouTube videos to just play this game. I'm not trying to do that. I wasn't raised like that. YouTube wasn't out back before. Yeah, before 2005, I had to figure out games myself. And I played a lot of different video games from when I was like 2, 3 years old all the way up 2005. Yeah, 9. So like my thing is this. I expect to have that same experience when I play Sea Power, but when I find myself having to keep going back and forth, all right, how do I do this? How do I use this weapon? How do I, control this ship? How do I, have the plane shoot? How do I do this? How do I, fam? If I gotta keep going back and forth from YouTube to this game to YouTube to this game to YouTube to this game just to play this game, I'm not a fan of that. And then to have it where it's like there's the tutorials in the game, it leads you to YouTube videos. Why not just come out with some tutorial missions? So that's one thing that I more so wanted to do in this video is explain to the fans of Sea Power and to any other game that I talk about. If I have a negative experience, that's because I had a negative experience. Whatever experience you had with the game, that's on you. If you had a good experience, good. I'm happy for you. But to come after me, because I just remember this with X4 Foundations. I remember this with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I'm trying to think, Elden Ring. I feel like there probably might have been some people when I did talk on Black Myth Wukong, but I'm trying to think of some other games out there. Yeah, it's been, Gotham Knights. I remember when that game was having a lot of different PC issues. It doesn't matter like how many times I done talked about my negative experience in a video game. People take it as disrespect, and I'm like, I'm not addressing you. If anybody should be reaching out to me, it should be the developers, people that worked on the game. But it'd be some random fans, and I'm thinking to myself like, I wasn't talking to you. So like it's one thing that confuses the life out of me. Like I'm just overall talking on my experience with the game. I'm just trying to have it with the developers. It's like you're coming out with a game that's meant for everybody. But it's like it seems like you're coming out with a game that's only meant for people that know about naval combat games. And I'm like, fam, there are going to be people that are getting into your guys' game for the first time. They should be able to have an easy experience. And if you can't develop that into the video game, then why even come out with it? Like, that's the funny thing about it is that you'll recommend stuff like that, right? You'll recommend like how to make the game easier and things, I guess, for a newcomer or a beginner and stuff. And people would say like, oh, that's too much development. That's gonna be too much for the developers. But meanwhile, they can make this big giant naval combat game. They had spent all this time, however much time they spent working on the game, but they can't just come out with some extra stuff in the game to, for a beginner, somebody that's just starting off with the game. Just simple tutorial missions to at least explain, how do I take out this enemy? How do I discover that enemy? How do I control this? How do I control that? Having it where it's all like I don't mind figuring out the game for myself as long as it's an easy figuring out. But if I'm having to keep going back and forth from YouTube to the game to YouTube to the game just to figure out how to play this game, I'm not going to want to play this game anymore. So like you know what, and there's no disrespect. I feel like there would be some content creators that would take that as disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect. If anything, I'm praising you guys for even doing that in the first place. It should be left up to the developers to do that. But the fact that there's random people across the world that's trying to make your guys' game an easy experience, I look at that and I'm thinking to the developer, like, wanting to say to the developers, it's like, what do you guys got going on? Is it the fans that's developing this game, or is it you guys that's developing this game? Because you guys should have came out with some tutorial missions. But to have it where there ain't no tutorial missions, there ain't no way of explaining how to discover an enemy or to do this or to do that. Like, I'm having to like have people tell me how to, and that's the thing. I don't like that. I don't like having it where I'm streaming this game and then there's people guiding me through the game. I should just be able to figure the game out myself. But it shouldn't be this over-the-top experience on how to figure the game out. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, look, people, if you are going to develop a video game for everybody, not just some people, not for just a certain group of people, your friends and family. No, for everybody. If this is going to be a public game, then this needs to be a game that's developed for everybody, not just some people. Again, everybody. So it just, yeah, it confuses the life out of me when it's like, then I say things like this and then people get upset and they're all like, oh no, you bad mouthing my favorite video game, I gotta come after you, I gotta argue. I'm not looking for no argument, I'm not looking for nobody's, like, I gotta respond to you in a way where it's, I'm not trying to go back and forth with anybody. I'm trying to have it where there is a game that I can play and I'm having an easy experience with it. That's it. That's all that needs to be said. Nothing else afterwards. So I will be open to playing this game again. But if it's a situation where it's the same as last time, and I'm over here, because see, that's the thing where it's like you have this like $50 price slapped onto this game, and I'm like, fam, you guys can't just I have to watch YouTube videos on how to play this game before I even play it. My thing is this: when the very first Grand Theft Auto game came out, where YouTube wasn't even a platform at that time. So what did people have to do? They had to figure the game out on their own. All right. When the very first Forza Motorsport came out, I think that came out around the time when YouTube, yeah, it was 2005. I don't know when exactly it came out, but I imagine people wasn't rushing to YouTube to figure out how to play that game. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, or the very first Call of Duty, people wasn't rushing to YouTube to figure out how to play that game. I'm trying to think of some other. You sat down, they had a tutorial, or either it was you figure it out. But it wasn't like that. There were it was like rare for a shooter game or a racing game to come out back in them days. It seemed like it was once a week when a new shooter or racing game was coming out, or you at least was discovering one, because there were so many different PlayStation 2, Xbox, Nintendo. It was so many different games back then. But it's like I'm saying, like, this is my first time ever really coming across a game like Sea Power. You guys got to develop a tutorial or like a tutorial missions on how to play the game. And I will be open to playing the game again. But until then, I'm like, fam, I have no desires on playing the game, and I'm feeling more frustrated than happy when playing the game. So, anyways, yeah. With that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. I know there's going to be people out there that's all like, oh, how dare you talk about my favorite game. I'm like, I can care less if this is your favorite game. I'm like, at the end of the day, I spent $50 on this game. I expect to have a good experience with it. So, but anyways, yeah, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.